Hello out there in Streamland. It's a different time for me than normal. Just making sure my sound is right. Okay, good. Um, Close that. Awesome. But it is still Tuesday, so we're doing a nice little prep with staff using Fantasy Grounds Unity. Gonna be doing a little shorter version tonight, um, this afternoon, this time, whatever. For those of you watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And come check me out. I usually do this on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock in the morning, 10:30 rather. Tuesdays. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 10:30, I'm going to be doing Starfinder. So if you want to know about Starfinder using Unity, check us out on Wednesdays at 10:30. And then Wednesday night, you get to see me play with my brother and my son. It's an awesome night. We play uh, 10 o'clock from 10 to midnight Pacific time and UTC -8. And I also have a Starfinder and a Magic the Gathering. So check us all out. Svenster77 on twitch.tv/Svenster77. Check it out. You'll see all my times and um, when I do everything right there. Good. So today, what's happening is I do a homebrew um, campaign, and what's happening is we're going to be. I built the city. I built this city. I built this city in D&D. But it has to do with the city's called Nashkel. And what I done did is I took a book I have from an old city, 1979, 82, something like that, and oh, this is tables. Um, Scanned in all the different sections, maps, and everything, um, and now it's not showing up on my images, so I can't show you guys. Anyway, the point is, let me show you the map I have that says close. There we go. So it takes place the campaign takes place in Sword Coast, as you can see here. Nashkel right here is the city that I built. Added Jasper Moon. There's several different things I've added. Village of Concord is up here. Meadow Nest is where a giant Aarakocra flock of about 400 Aarakocra live. Grasslands Enclave is a Druid enclave. Anyway, Nashkel is this giant city, and they are currently under attack from the country of Amun, which, if you know anything about the Sword Coast, is just below these mountains here. Is this huge country of Amun? There's a Sword Coast above it, and then Amun, and so not so much attack, more of Amun sort of testing their defenses. So there have been a bunch of troops from Baldur's Gate in the north who have come to Nashkel and camped outside to try to help defend Nashkel if necessary. Um, there have been a couple attacks within, more like terrorist attacks within Nashkel. And the group was tasked with finding this tower. There's a rumor of a tower in these mountains a tower that is able to see Nashkel. And they say that they've been told it's being used to some sort of magic against Nashkel. And the group had other things going on. So they didn't follow up on it right away. Right now, the P is them. They're up here. They're coming back to Nashkel. Well, as a delaying tactic, one of their people had his magic item, his huge battle axe that he created himself. He's a blacksmith. He created it himself, and it done got stole. So they took off and are chasing around after the person that stole it. And it's a sort of a more powerful Nilbog uh, took it down into a cave. So the reason I put the delaying tactic in there is because I have nothing on this tower at all. So I asked some friends around, and one of my friends hooked me up with this module. So I'm going to take a look at this. Apparently, there's some really cool tower maps in here. Map, here we go. Burning Keep, that's what I wanted. DM and DM, I want player. Play out, Burning Keep ground level, below level, and regular level. Okay, holy crap, they separated this into several different ones. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different maps. All right, so let's see what this one is. Okay, so this has everything. Right, so this has all the different maps on it. So let's see, did he... And by the way, if you're wondering about this weird theme I'm using today, it's the winter theme. Really cool if you put the dice over the dice tower. Is that not the neatest thing ever? Really well done. Josh Watma is the artist who works at Fantasy Ground. Schmat Works and does these. All right, so let's see, upper level. All right, so he did zoom in. He has these zoomed. Do they have line of sight in them? Let's see, line of sight. He does not have line of sight. Okay. That, my friends, is not the end of the world, but let's see. So we have, that's everything. So let's just open them all. Ground, lower. So what I'm doing here is I'm opening the map just by simple clicking it. Secret Lab. And I'm right clicking anywhere on the image and you can then minimize it. And you can do this with pretty much anything. So images, you can do it with NPCs, encounters, story entries. You can minimize them and then they're easily accessible later. Towers. And then the upper level, below the towers. Gotcha. Okay, so They don't, none of these have line of sight. That's fine. Line of sight is not that big a deal. So now let's go into the story and see if there's anything from there I want to pull. Probably not. I got this for the maps. It's all about the maps. I like big maps and I cannot lie. All right, let's see here. This is called Wisdom and Warnings. Check out the cover. Pretty cool, folks. Check it out. It looks really awesome. Alan Tucker and Matthew Booth. All right, so it's available on DM's Guild. Check it out. The Fantasy Grounds version is $25, and the PDF is $15. So it's 118 pages long. So it's definitely not just some little piece of crap thing. All right, so let's see. This is it was called The Burning Keep. Nope. All right, so that's the problem with when a lot of these are made the same. Let's go back to where it was. So the other way to look at it is here in library, find it again like I did a minute ago, go to the reference manual. All right, so what I'm looking for is the burning. You can see here, this is really well done. A lot of different cool stuff here. Settlements, past and present. Burning Keep, here we go. Clickety, clickety. So this is Burning Keep Adventure Seeds. This is all the different stuff here. The NPCs just for the Burning Keep. An aberrant, dust-stuffed aberrant, and an ancient night hag. Ooh, this might fit my people anyway. Let's see. This is challenge 14. They are pretty much right there. They could handle a challenge 14. This is a challenge 3. Okay. Does it have a picture? It does not. Okay. She does, though. Let's check out the. Oh, that's an item. Okay. Inspired from the ancient night hag from the Karanbar Chronicle Threat Dispatch by Anthony J. Turco. All right. Well, she has a token. That's cool. All right. So let's see what it says. The Burning Keep is best suited for a party of 4 to 6 with an average level of 9 or 10, but can be easily adapted to a range of 7 to 12. Here are a few ideas to introduce it to your campaign. The Lords of Dust or rival Night Hag have caught wind of Richter's scheme and sent a disguised agent there to hire the party to investigate. The representative of the Gash Kala approaches the party about investigating the disappearance of a number of the tribe members in recent months. And finally, the party hears of an opportunity for riches by plundering the abandoned workshop of Ethon Pangilkatra. This rumor is spread by Richterj to lure new subjects for her experiments. Okay. So this is a really nice surprise. Because I'm going to be able to use it as is except for line of sight. So let's go back to the images of the Burning Keep. Burn and keep, baby. Oh, there's artwork for it too. Look at that. Very nice. Okay, I'll have to remember that. So here's the DM and the DM. All right, so we have 2 maps for the DM. So what I like to do is I like to have my links for my player map and my especially and my story right here in my main. So that's why I have these things right here right now. Boom, boom, these different ones. Condition, my ping for my spiritual weapon. I think I'm going to take this and move it. See if it'll let me. I've still grabbed it. And I think it's shift has all my animals, my NPCs, yes. Why it did not. Okay. So I'll worry about that in a minute. Alright, my conditions. I like having my conditions and my voices and my percentile here. Alright, so we're going to move this over. Down to here. Clear this out. Right click it and then clear it. So now for the Burning Keep ground level, we will drop this DM map here. So we have Secret Lab, we have lower level, we have ground level. If you hold down Control and then click and drag, left click and drag, you can then slappity slap, let go, boom. So I have both the DM things here. Alright, so they come in here. This is where we are, entrance. Sweetness, baby. Why are these different? Oh, this is for a different thing completely. Never mind. Never mind. I know exactly what that is. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's take a look at this first encounter. What is it? It is a... The hell over. CR15. Look at that. All right, so first thing we want to do. So what I'm going to do, besides cover up half the crap I have on my map with this cool picture, because that's a cool picture. Go to my NPCs. First of all, I hate these. Don't like the letter ones. I pretty much never use those. If I have any kind of option, I don't use them. So let's see, Maragon. Oh, I don't need these. What I want is, tell you what I want, what I really, really want. It's a token. Maragon. So now we unlock this and we go Paul Pink. We go Spined. And here's a Spine Devil. A couple Spine Devils. Let's put him in here. She's the Acme one. And the Yagnoloth. Yagnoloth. Boom. Ooh, he's not placed on the mappy map. Alright, so it says the bridge spans the rough cavern. Empty chasm and leads to the main floor. The 2 portcullis. Alright, where is the players? Here's the player's map. Yes, we are definitely going to take the grid, open up the color picker. By the way, I unlocked it by here. That's why I open that up. Bring this down. This is the opacity, way down. You can just pretty much turn it off because this grid is fairly close. I might tweak it later on, but for now, it's the entrance at least is pretty close. Let's move it over just a smidge. There, and I'm actually going to, yeah, we'll make it a little bit smaller next time. See how it expands out here. Let's bring it down to start with 51. I think I'm going to have to go to 50 eventually, but we'll start at 50. 1. Bring it down. And then I'm moving it over. Nudgy, 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 nudgy. Alright, so that didn't help. Maybe let's try 51.5. Don't know why it won't let me lock him again, but okay. 51.5. Let's see if that helps. There we go. That seems to be better. Sure. Anyway, with the color picker, bring this grid down to almost nothing. Boom. You can also change the color, but I don't mind having it be the gray. Okay. 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 Why do we have it 12 times? Here, I clicked on it 12 times, that's why. So we're going to bring it down to where it should be. Okay. Now let's zoom in a little bit and see what we're dealing with here. All right, 2 portcullises. There they go. 2 iron portcullises separated by 40 feet block immediate access. A number of arrow slits line the walls, each occupied by a spine devil, and 4 Marigons guard the final portcullis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The captain of the guard is a Yagnola, simply referred to as Sir by the rest of the keep's inhabitants. If the party has managed a stealthy approach, there's only 25% chance that he will be present near the second portcullis. If the keep has been alerted, he prowls area 2 telepathically, giving orders and glancing down the hallway toward the bridge for signs of the party. Alright, so just out of curiosity, let's see. Where is my combat tracker? So I'm checking, I want to see where they were, where he put them down. But I want to look on here. So we're in the middle of a fight. So I've got 4 people here. And it's going to add 7 more. So for now, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll figure out exactly where they are placed on the map later. The 4 spine devils will be here. And then I think the other 4 Marigons says they guard the final portcullis. So I don't know if that's there or not. But the group will come in. And then the portcullises will fall. I'll probably cover up these portcullises. We'll see. And as soon as 2 people get in there, I'll have them both slam down and they can sit there and try to fight. Meanwhile, one of them can come over here and start shooting them as well. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so that's encounter 1 and 2, so that's good. So what I'm going to do for now is just do a little bit of line o' sight. Line o' sight. Yeah. So with something this effing thick, let's see. I think we're gonna have to do 2 line of sights with a bunch of windows and stuff. All right, so where is my hairbrush? Okay, here we go. Start with the windows. Window. Okay. So let's go with, let's see. For line of sight, for doors, doors are easy. Let's start with a door just to do something. Click on the rectangle, click on the door symbol, and you can just go yoink. There's your door. Doors are a piece of cake. Coming all the way over. Just have a couple more doors to do. Whoa, 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 getting a little nuts there. Boom. And our last door. Well, bammo. All right. So there we go. We have our doors. Oh, forgot one. Whoa, that's really wide. So we can come in, zoom in. Is this absolutely necessary? No. Do I do this because I like to be particular? Yes. So I clicked this, the select tool. Click. Boom. All right. And then these two are really wide too. So we're going to click, select, pull it in. Boom. All right. So now, because these are such wide walls, I'm just going to build windows. So let's go ahead and, because the characters won't really be able to squeeze into the window per se. So let's go ahead and do, we've got window. We'll make a line. I normally do rectangles for windows too. Let's try it out and see what happens. I might just do a thin window. Let's see what happens. I'm not real familiar with the line using a line for windows. So let's see. Because it's a square, you have to be able to open and close them. Windows, that is. So I'm not really sure how this is going to work. Escape. All right, so can you escape? So when we go to play mode, and we go to line of sight, and we go to NPCs, and we go to combat tracker, and we'll throw a Morrow Shaman into the combat tracker. Why are you doing that, Sven? It has nothing to do with anything. You darn tootin' it doesn't. but I need me a dude so I can use the line of sight. Boom. See, because I don't have any line of sight. Oh, okay. So when I zoom in here, it says closed, open, closed. See the doors blocking it? Open, closed. All right, so I think that worked. So real quick like, we'll throw in some walls. Do line, and we're going to go inside. Because I have such a weird door. Going, making this wall a little weird. Escape. All right, so still on the line. So we go clickety, clickety, click, 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 clickety, click, click, click. All right, so if the go back to play. So now here's Amaro Shaman. Windows closed. Okay, so the window you can see through anyway. So you don't have to, it doesn't matter if it's open or closed. So the Amaro, okay, so I'll have to do this then. Wall, wall, line. So I had to make a line from here to here. And a line from here to here. There we go. Back to our play line. So we're gonna, he's way too big. So I picked the wrong dude. Let's try this again. Let's go to a, where's our combat truck? Oh, throw on a Maragon. So the Morrow champ, the Morrow Shaman is big. Space and reach of this guy is 5 foot reach. Perfect. Gee, Sven, I thought you hated the letters and never used them. Okay, I'm not using it for my game, so shut up. Here we go. Boom. See? Huh? So that also tells me, so I open it. What does it say? Does it say open or close? It says, can't read it. Close, open. All right, so now it's open. So now he can step in, sort of. There we go. So now it's all he can see, pretty much, is right there. These 2 squares. I'll give him those 2 squares, even because, come on. Yeah, see, he can see here, he can see there. So he can't see very much. But that window idea is working perfectly as far as line of sight. Excellent. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Now we go back to line of sight. Turn off. Go back to line of sight. And now we get busy. Select. We're going to move you back a little bit. I want them to be able to see a little bit more. So we're going to open it up just a smidge. So they can see. All right, so let's get our Huinders. I'm going to go with the line since that worked last time. Actually, no, I don't need a window. What am I thinking? I don't need a window. So we'll go to a select tool. We go select this point and we remove it. Select this point, remove it. I don't know why I was putting in windows. All right, so there's a lesson for you folks. You don't need windows because the doors, the wall works just fine. That's what it is. There's a hole in the wall. A door. So that's all we need. Line of sight. Boom. Okay. Turn off line of sight. Okay, there we go. So perfect. I don't have to mess with windows. I already have the doors. So all I need is line of sight, baby. Line of sight for a wall. Clickety clickety. Let's do this. So we're going to leave a little bit open space for them to see through. And now, with simple left clickety clickities, we are building our wall. You hit escape when you're finished. You want to make sure you go up to the door. If you don't go up to the door, then you will have little micro gaps, and it may not seem like anything when you're looking at it with a naked eye, but it's really annoying when you actually start playing with them. All right, so we're going to move, select, slide this open a little bit. This will also matter as well when the characters, the PCs, are trying to shoot at the freaks inside as well. So it's going to be good. All right, so there's our first room. We can go back to the play to turn on a line of sight. And now this guy, as he moves around, can see just a little bit. And here's a tip for you. If you hold down Shift, it won't expose the line of sight until you let go. So now he can't see what's in here. As he, being a player, moves over here, he will then be able to see. He has to pretty much be right here in order to see in there, which is pretty realistic. This guy, when he gets here, boom, he can see there. Can't see anything else. He has to be right in front of it. Dun, 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 dun. I'm loving it. All right. Let's go back to line of sight. Let's see. We've got this stuff here. Not really that worried about line of sight through these guys. For what happened? Turn this off. Go to line of sight. Thank you. There we go. So there's our walls. All right. So we're going to work on this side now. We have line selected. Leave it somewhat wide. So the critters inside can see and be seen. Gotta be careful of our doors here. All right, now we're gonna slide on up. Do 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 do. I'm loving it. All right, so we're doing great. Got some nice line of sight being built up here. Don't know that we're gonna need to worry about these windows up here as far as people shooting in and out of them. Then again, with my PCs, who knows? Maybe they'll be sneaking up, trying to climb in through here. Who knows? Don't even know what's in these rooms yet because I have not looked, have not read through the module, so that's fine. So you see, line of sight is not difficult to do. It's just a little time consuming. I like to be very, let's just call it particular with my line of sight. I like to make sure everything is covered, but yet the characters, the players can still see the walls. That's why I'm going inside. Because if you go along the outside of the wall, they don't actually see the wall. So it gets a little confusing. All they're just seeing at the end of the line of sight. And so that's why I'm going inside the blackness. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. So quick, easy to do. Just a little time consuming. What the hell is an F? Why is there an F there? I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, we're going to go to the select because I want to move him over. He's too close. And if you guys are, I know you're all big fans of the show and you've watched every single video. So you notice right away, hey, he seems a little bit different today. And you would be correct because I got a new ring light. And by new, I mean a ring light. I was using a lamp put on top of my desk, very tall lamp, about 4.5 feet high, that would then shine up into my white ceiling and white wall, so that it would reflect off the wall onto me. And that's what I've been using this whole time since I started streaming. and somebody asked me what I wanted for Christmas and my birthday, which is December 6th. So mark it on your calendar now before you forget. Put it in your phone. So that way next year you can buy me something. But on my birthday, I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind a ring light. Because a ring light to me is a perfect gift for me. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm glad you asked. To me, a perfect gift is something that somebody will use but would not buy themselves. So another example for me, a perfect gift was a little device that you put your shaving cream can into, and with a little switch, in about a minute, it will heat the shaving cream. So then you push the button, it makes the shaving cream come out, and it's all warm and nice. But I would never buy that myself. But somebody bought it for me many, many, many years ago, and I used it, and then I got lost. But so ring light was perfect because I would not buy a ring light. Why? Because I'm too cheap. The lamp I used before was working. So if it's not fixed, don't break it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. So I would not have bought it myself. But I am definitely using it. I like it a lot. It has several different settings and such. So I am happy to have this ring light and be using it for my streams now. Both as a player and as a DM or the main streamer for the streamy. So that combined with my XSplit VCam software I use, I think it's a pretty nifty setup overall. All right, so now we are almost done with the line of sight for this map. All that top part, pretty nifty. Now we'll come down here to this part. Again, I'm doing these wider than written just because as written, you wouldn't be able to see through them at all if you want to get technical. But also, having just looked at them, they are very restrictive in what they can be seen. So, because they're so thick. It's so thick, man. It's so thick. All right, there we go. We can knock these out very quickly. So I'm just moving along, left clicking as I go. Oop, here's a window slit, making it a little wider. Making sure I'm touching the doors, because again, if you don't touch the doors, I usually go into the doors. Usually my walls aren't this thick. Most maps do not have 5-foot wide walls. If you think about it, a 5-foot wide wall is pretty darn wide. But for a keep, especially on the bottom floor, sort of makes sense. You would want wide walls. This might be really expensive. If you were trying to build it for yourself. But I'm guessing it helps with the insulation. All right, so now we're getting to another wackety part. Not sure why you want so many arrow slits when you're at the edge of, it looks like you're at the edge of a cliff. And they're gonna have to climb a sheer wall in order to get there. So I don't know what you would be shooting at unless they happen to be camped outside your wall and behind your keep. But hey. I did not draw the map. I'm just making a line of sight. What I should do is stick like a monster token out here. Just like off to the side a little bit. So when I come in here and if they look around, they'll see some crazy thing out there. Something they weren't expecting. Dun dun dun. It's out the window. It's like when you look out the window of a plane and see a monster on the wing. It's not what you expect to see out there. Here's a stairwell. I usually make my stairs like a terrain feature that you can unlock and unlock. So if you're standing on it, you can see everything around it, but you can't see through it. But in this case, it's not really necessary because, like here, you wouldn't be able to see anything anyway. So, cool thing about Unity as well is if I really wanted to, I could just make bigger maps and put the other levels here as well. All right, what do we got here? All right, okay. Cool. All right, so that's it. Are we finished? Let's check it in. Click, line of sight on. Bam, play mode. If you're wondering what I did. Line of sight. I got my token here, dude. He walks over to the door. Can't see through the door. What's going on? Open the door. Oh, yeah. See, now I can see out. Okay. Close the door. Open the door. Come out. Ooh. Comes over here. You can look out the window. Good. Come over here. What's going on, man? What's going on, guys? Hey, man, guys. What's happening, guys? Come out here. Ooh, hey. Come over here. We're going to zoom out so I can see a bit more of the map. All at the one time. The one time, fun time, yes. Cool. All right, look around the outside. Yes, very fun. Okay, come back in here. Door open. Ooh, can see out. Can attacky. Good. So these are set in the middle of the squares. He's set at the tip, so he can fire into these two. These guys can only fire into this one. I might have a web trap here or something so that people can be stuck there and just be pummeled. Open. Comes out. Can see around. Closed. We come over here. Just checking it. Nice. Come back. Oh, he's stuck at the door. There we go. Very nice. Good, good, good. All right. Very good. We come through here. Nice. See if we get stuck here in a stairway. And then we come down here. Bam. Ah, nice. We can see outside. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wait a minute. Oh, as a DM, I can go through walls. Okay. If he was a player, he wouldn't be able to do that. Ah, jumps off the cliff and dies. Okay, so pretty sure this is water. If I wanted to, I could do boom effects. No, let's go with paint. And go to assets. See what I did there? I made it sound like a dirty word because I said assets. All right, and then we go to water. We go to all first, and now we have to retype all. I mean water. Come on. It's taking its time. And its time is taking too long. There we go. There we go. All right. I see we have lots of cool watery things. But what we're looking for is like the edge of a water's edge. So like a brush. Okay, so let's see. Is there a shore? Is that what I'm looking for? Shore? There we go. Shore. So a shoreline. We will drop it here. Clickety clickety. It's 1 foot. It's 1 square wide by 0.7 width. That's fine. Now let's see. Just do a little test. Nope. Yep. Okay. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay. Coming from here. So we will. All right. So now we have our shoreline. So now we go back to our assets and we go back to our water. We go back to water. We come here and we go to painting. Good. Now we go to layers. We're going to add another painting. Add effects layer, add painting layer. There we go. So this first one was shore. Shoreline. So here we're going to our water. See if we can add some more rocks and stuff in there in just a minute. So here's background water. Do we want to paint that? Or do we want to paint the other water we had? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Water brush. That's fine. Okay, so we've got some water tiles. So we're going to add some, here, let's add some water tiles on here. Put this, we'll put that, yep. No, this is only going to be a 2x2. We're going to make it 3x3. And then we go click. So we're just putting in the water tiles right along the edge. And now we do the select. And we go move. Go. Alright, so we're going to move this over. Stretch it a little bit. This one will be stretched up. This one will be stretched up. All right, so now we've got our water along most of the edge. And if you're really concerned, we zoom out. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these, click, add a new folder. The folder is going to be called water. Take this, we go shift, we take all these tiles, slap it into the water. Boom. Okay. Second of all, we can go line of sight. We can go rectangle. Oops. Shoot. Control Z, Control Z. Try it again. Go just outside, down and around to here. Boom. Okay. So now your precious players won't see any of your weirdness. Okay. And then we go back to what we were doing, which is really important, is finishing up the water. So now we go back to our water brush here. We go to a painting level. And we go to this. Boom. is 1.5 by 1. That's fine. So let's go ahead and zoom in so we can see what we're doing. We want this to be on top. All right, so now we just make a line. And we're just basically trying to follow the one we did before with water. And we can just cover up the places that we missed. Now move over so we can see a little bit better. And so what this will do is it will give us our water. It will give us our shoreline. And what we're going to do in just a moment, because you're saying, Sven, this is interesting, maybe, but I'm a nerd and I can see you still have lines. Oh, by the way, let's go back to turn off stupid line of sight. Okay. But you can still see the tiles. You can see the squares. Duh. Go back to our painting level. Painting, a water painting. I mess everything up by clicking on the line of sight. That's okay. It was bugging me. Again, we have our red line of sight line, remember, from before? Yeah. All right, so I think an island. I don't remember it being an island, but anyway. So you've got all this stuff here. And then what you do is you take the painting layer and move it below the shoreline layer. So now you have, below the water line level. There you go. So now you've got this. Looks almost like eddies and stuff leading, and then you got the water. See, and then, so now when you go to this and you turn on your line of sight, think, see, all they see is the beautiful water line. See, everything is awesome. Line of sight. Okay. And then if you want to, you can throw in a couple quick, let's go back to our layers, go to our shoreline. We come here to, where did the other rocks go? Want a couple rocks real quick. My time has come to say goodbye. Where the hell did my rocks go? Dang it. Is there another page? There they are. Okay. So we're going to throw these, a couple of these in here. This is 3.9 by 3.9. The water's going to be running this way, yeah. We're going to make this 2 by 2. And we're making it a stamp, yep. So we zoom in, it's going to be, let's see, click. Move it over a little bit. And we just take and bring it down just a smidge. Oh, crap, never mind. That was too much. Okay, so now we go Control Z. Control Z, I don't want that one. All right, so we got a rock. We got a rock. We got a rock. And we throw these in here. Boom. This is 3.9 by 3.9. That's fine. We're going to throw them. Rotate it a little bit. Nah, we won't. And then we're going to throw them out here. So this is going to be cut off a little bit. And I'm fine with that. All right, so now we go back to our last thing, line of sight. Boom. See? You've got rocks, you've got thing. It's awesome. It's a better map than it was. And we're done. So, folks, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully you learned something today. You can see what our finished product will look like from the player standpoint. They won't even see this because it'll be completely black. There you go. So you've got your stuff. You can always add more rocks or anything else like that. I don't know what I'm going to do on the top yet. If anything, I might just throw in another shore, just make it thicker. And then just draw that along the line here real quick. I don't want to get rid of one square is 10 feet. What? Square is 10 feet? What? Okay, so that changes everything. I'm going to have to change my grid, folks. Anyway, but that's a project for another day. Let's go ahead and get rid of the line of sight. So yeah, we're going to have to shrink our grid by 25. So we can have, each one of these should have 4 grids in it because it's a, each one is 10 feet. I'll have to think about that because that doesn't make any sense. I don't know if I want them to be 10 feet. I think I'm going to leave them at 5 feet wide. It could just be a big hall. I mean, that means your walls are 10 feet thick. Whew. All right, so we'll think about it. If anything, it's very simple. You just go divide that in half to 26, which is close enough. Click aspect lock 26. And then you just tweak it. It probably end up being a little bit less, 25 by 25. There we go. And then you just come over here and you move it down. And look and see if it's close. Yeah, that's pretty darn close to what we want. I might tweak it just a little bit up a little bit, 25 and a half, something like that. But that's pretty close. And your line of sight shouldn't change. All the walls and all the doors, yeah, so everything else is still there. So your line of sight's good to go. because it's not dependent on the grid. It's dependent on what you drew, what the drawing is. So, all right. So good enough, close enough. Thank you guys. And I will check you later. Don't forget, Tuesdays, 10:30 a.m. if you want to see more of this. But whatever else you do, enjoy the rest of your day.